What's up guys, Valence Ring here, and I wanted to bring you another popularly mostly requested video, and this one is all about event materials. What do you need to save to maximize your rewards for events without spending a ton of money? Hopefully none at all is the goal. So I get asked a lot, well, what do I need for this event? When can I use these items? And this video, I want to cover all of that in a general sense. I will have videos on specific events and how to maximize your rewards for those events. This isn't that video. This video is going to basically tell you how to become a pack rat and what you need to save for all of the events. And then, of course, it's going to be up to you to decide when and which event you want to spend those resources on to maximize your rewards for that event. So really quick, we're right in the middle of Global Ace Commander. We got the spring outing, which is a special holiday event for Earth Day. But we're on day 5 of Global Ace Commander, and this is one of the biggest days. And this, someone, I think Krem, coined the term, this is Christmas for Global Ace Commander and for Puzzles and Survival, because this is the day that you open a lot of your resource boxes. And I don't mean resources as in food, wood, and things like that. I'm talking about like your gear promoters, your promotion materials, your enhanced materials, your layer boxes, all those things. And I'll get into that and I'll break it down. But because this is one of the biggest days, I wanted to really showcase it on today. Now, I've already done most of my opening. As you can see, I already achieved about 9.5 million points just for this phase, which puts me about the top 3% and total rank about 3.3%. Now, this the total rank is off of the entire Global Ace Commander, and I'll be honest, I wasn't too worried about Global Ace Commander this week. I wasn't worried about ranking too high because I was more worried about getting other events and the rewards for those events. So I spent a lot of the resources that I'm going to talk about here doing that instead. So as you can see, there's also a Break Loose event in which you're going to consume stamina and AP, and Break Loose is broken up into 8-hour segments 3 times per day for 3 days. You can see the time left one day, 8 hours, and time left for this phase is about 20 minutes. So as you can see, Break Loose is, like I said, it's broken up over 3 days, 3 times each day, so you have 9 chances, 9 different events for Break Loose over that 3-day period. So because so many people are unsure how to manage these events, because there's a daily event going on every day, and there are ways in which you're going to want to do well to boost your rewards without spending a ton of money. The trick to that, of course, as I've said in many videos, is saving. Save everything. Now, the reality is you don't have to save exactly everything, but pretty close. So some of the first things I want to talk about is I'm going to break down Global Ace Commander almost on a day-by-day basis. Now, the reason I'm going to go off of Global Ace Commander is because it is a week-long event, and this event is predominantly designed to teach you as the player what you need to do to improve your might, what you need to do to improve your military prowess, and what you need to do to really improve everything about your character. So this is going to basically teach you how to play the game and what you need to do to get stronger. So if you follow it on a day-by-day basis, each day, if you do well, the skills related to that day are going to improve your overall effectiveness in the game. So I really use Global Ace Commander as a strategy guide for the game, and that's how I've based a lot of my strategies off of, is doing well for this event. So when it's day 1 for Global Ace Commander, right now we're on day 5, but day 1 is gathering. So what do you need to save for gathering? Well, believe it or not, there are basically mainly one thing that you can save, and that's these 50% gathering speed ups. This, if you use these, you don't necessarily need to use them all the time unless you're really trying to push for something and you have the time to come online and check your gatherers and just constantly send them out. But this 50% gathering speed up, which you will get from completing different quests and different events is going to really boost your speed on gathering. So obviously 50% is a big boost, and you'll be able to gather in half the time. So this can be very critical, especially day one of Global Ace Commander, and I recommend saving them for that day. As you can see, I have 17. I don't use these very often, if at all, and sometimes I forget to use them on Global Ace Commander. If I'm not going to be online all day or a couple times in the day, then there isn't much benefit to it if I'm not going to be online or come back online to resend out my gatherers. That being said, that is one of the main things that you want to save for the first day of Global Ace Commander. And then if you have it, there is the Swift Gathering talent, and as you can see, I used mine I try to use this every day, but basically that sends out your pulls back your gatherers once they're at their location, and it pulls back max gathering. So it's instantaneous gathering from as many marches as you have. So you want to use those for day one. Now, realistically, day one just teaches you how to constantly kind of bring resources into your sanctuary, because you're going to need a lot. If you're not very good at gathering, it's something that you want to improve. So that's all you really need for day one. Now, day two, you need to build research. To your buildings up and your research up. So what do you need for that? Predominantly what you're going to need is resources. So if you go into your resource bag, now this is your bag. Your resources in your bag are 100% protected. You can think of these as not existing anywhere in the game except for as a reserve. So what that means is someone raiding you will never be able to take anything out of your bag. So you can see I have plenty of items in my bag, sometimes hundreds if not thousands of items, and steel and gas, which are harder to get and you don't get a lot of drops of. Obviously the numbers are less, but you want to save your resources in your bag. Now you might say, well, I don't really know how much is in there. Obviously come over to your sanctuary overview in your sanctuary, and this is going to show you what you actually have on hand. As you can see, for day one I did a bunch of upgrades, so I don't have a lot of resources on hand, but I still have 57 million food, 90 million wood, almost 2 million steel, and almost 2 million gas. So this is the resources that I have for building and research. So when I do decide to go, let's say, research something, I can come in here and I can go down in my tech tree and find something that I can upgrade, research it, just hit the research button, and it'll tell you how much resources you need and if you're going to have enough. It'll say we'll have sufficient resource after use. So you don't have to count your bag, you don't have to keep track of it that much. Basically, you know when you want to upgrade something, you'll be able to hit it and see exactly what you need for that. So saving resources in your bag is critical, especially when you get up to higher levels and you're trying to do bigger upgrades. This is going to be one of the biggest ways that you're going to be able to keep track, is look in your sanctuary overview and then save everything in your bag. Don't open any resource items from your bag, except for, it says do one for your daily quest. I normally just open a 1,000 food or a 250 gas, something like that, that it isn't going to exceed my warehouse cap. And of course, there's a lot on resources and understanding that, and I have a lot of videos on that already, and I'll have more, I'm sure. But make sure that your warehouse cap, basically this is your protected warehouse, your food and your wood, you don't want the numbers at the top of your screen up here to exceed that warehouse cap. So if it does, put them in your Reliance warehouse and store the excess resources there. And then when it comes time for these build events, that's when you can really dig into your bag and do those big upgrades if you can, and really push your might that way and get to some of those higher tiers. So that's day two. The other thing you want to save for that are your speed ups. So you do have some of these, 10%, 30% build and research speed ups and training speed ups, but also all of your, speed ups, your generic time speed ups, and then your specific ones, your research, your heals, and your training. Heals obviously are less important for Global Ace Commander, but your training speed ups are big for a couple different days, including day 4 and day 6 and 7. So that being said, you want to save all of those as well. If it's in the middle of a week and it's not an event, you don't necessarily need to speed up anything. You don't need to waste your speed ups, getting to, a level 23 lumber mill like here. I don't need to speed that up. I don't need to speed up going from a 24 to a 25 gas field. You don't need to speed that up. Those things are going to take time anyways, and let time do its job there. Save your speed ups for the events that are critical for those speed ups. So for build day and training day, use those speed ups then so that you can do more in a shorter period of time. All right, so that's pretty much everything for day 2 of Global Ace Commander, which also covers some of day 6 and 7. Now, day 3 is the hunt day, and that's your AP and stamina refill items. So as you can see up here, your stamina and AP refills gradually over time. So you will get rewards throughout the week for doing different events, or you can purchase items in the mall, and it's under your gadgets tab, and I don't think I even have any. Okay, so I have 2 AP items. So these are AP refills, and this basically will refill 120 AP. If you have excess of these, you want to save them. There are other events such as Strike First and Break Loose that occasionally will require you to hunt zombies or spend AP to get the rewards. So in those cases, if you want the reward specifically for that event, then it's a good time to spend it. Otherwise, Global Ace Commander, which basically is a coverall of all of the things that you need to save, you will use these on day 3, which is Hunt Day, and AP and Stamina usage is going to give you points for Global Ace Commander. So save these items, save your stamina, your the pills or the cans. It looks like a little can of Red Bull, I guess. If you're saving those, then that's what's going to help you get the max points on those days of Global Ace Commander. So that's pretty easy and pretty straightforward. And of course, you can buy AP from the Diamond Shop under Gadget, and that's in your bag. Now, it is 1,500 diamonds for 120 AP, so it's not cheap, but is a good way to, boost your output for one of those events if you happen to need it, if you're a little bit shy. If you're a lot shy, it can get very expensive, and don't forget that there is a cap on how much AP you can use. As you can see, I'm VIP level 11 and my AP item usage limit is 12. It does unlock to unlimited at level 13, as you can see here. So getting up to VIP level 13 can be a big deal, but I'll be honest, if you don't spend a lot of money in this game, unlimited AP item usage isn't going to benefit you that much. So that being said, it is important also, if you don't think you can complete an event, not talking about Global Ace Commander, which you get points for your total rank anyways, but like let's say the Break Loose event that's going on right now, if you don't think you can reach, 625,000 points with what you have on hand, and you're not interested in spending any money, then save them. Don't waste it on an event that you're not going to complete. And it does take some math, and I'm sorry about that. You do have to maybe figure out how much you need. So I can tell you that 400 times 120 to get to 625, you're going to need approximately 13 or 14 AP items, somewhere in that range. So if you don't have 13 on hand and you don't want to spend anything, chances are you're not going to complete this quest. So be careful about spending it if you're not going to complete it. Save it for when you can complete it. Save up your rewards from quests and events until you have 13 or 14 AP items, and then when this event comes around, you'll be able to complete it. Go ahead, complete it if you want to, and that's when you'll use those items. So let's talk about once you get past Hunt Day, then it is Training Day. Again, Training Day, you want the speed ups, especially the training speed ups. So you want to save all of these, your 30% boost, as well as your generic speed ups, which you'll use if you run out of training speed ups. Now, all of these can be gotten from different areas. Ruins can get you the generic ones. Arena, Hero Duel Glory, Exchange Shop can get you different speed ups for heals, training, etc. So you can use those to help boost these numbers, but save these for those events where it applies. And like I said, because Global Ace Commander is kind of the training grounds for all of the game, there are other events, including Break Loose, where training troops will give you points. So in that case, then you can also do it if you don't want the points for Global Ace Commander, but you need them more for Break Loose, then go ahead and use those training speed ups on Break Loose events that require training. Okay, now after training day is Christmas, and that's the day we're on now. Day 5 is Global Ace Commander Supreme Power. This is where you're going to get points for improving your gear, chip, module, and cube might, getting enhanced material, and this is generic enhanced material. It could be for any of those items, except for maybe nano weapons might not apply, and it might. I'm not sure. It just says enhanced material. And Gear Refiner. So Gear Refiner is one of those things that you technically don't have to save. It's not a requirement. It doesn't, spending it doesn't give you any points, I don't believe. Now it does say Gear Might History +1, and if you were to upgrade your Gear Refiner, it is up here in Gear, it is going to increase your might, but I don't necessarily think that this applies, the Gear Refiner, to the points of Global Ace Commander. It's strictly the gear upgrades themselves, enhancing and promoting the gear. So I don't save Gear Refiner, and if you want to do an upgrade in the middle of the week to boost your troop stats or whatever the case may be, I say go ahead and do it. If you really want to maximize your points and you're absolutely, because I'm not 100% sure, go ahead, save it. It's not going to necessarily hurt you to save it and then spend it on days like today. Mostly the Gear Refiner points are for acquiring the Gear Refiner, not necessarily for spending it. And the same goes for Marks of Glory. A lot of events will give you points for acquiring Marks of Glory, and you can then spend it whenever you want in your Glory Refinement level, which your building has to be level 15 at a minimum before you can start adjusting the glory level. So that being said, Gear Refiners, Marks of Glory, you don't have to save them, but getting them on certain days will give you points. So if you want to buy Gear Refiner with diamonds, then save your diamonds until it's, like this day 5 of Global Ace Commander, and then purchase them on a day like today where you're going to get points for acquiring them. Same with Marks of Glory, which can be purchased in the Ruin shop, the Rare Earth shop. You can purchase them here, and you can see down here Marks of Glory are 10,000. So you will get points for that, so you can save your Rare Earth if you're trying to upgrade your glory level and use it on days where you're getting points for it. And that's kind of the whole point, is we want to save everything, including those things that are going to allow us to get points for acquiring other things. So as you can see in here, there's also module materials. So Rare Earth is really a big deal, and I have videos on it. You definitely want to save Rare Earth. And if you're doing a lot of upgrades, you want to save it for module material. If you're working on glory level, you want to save it for Marks of Glory. And if you're shooting for those big builds that cost a lot of resources, then definitely save it for resources. If you're trying to improve your heroes, of course, you can use it for McCarty frags as well. And he becomes a little bit more important later in game. So what else can we save for Gear Day? The big things that I want to mention are your promote choice boxes. So you get these boxes from doing different events, and they can be dropped from a variety of sources, but there's the promote choice box 2, the promote choice box regular, the 1, and then the material choice box. Using these on day 5 of Global Ace Commander or other events similar to this will give you points for acquiring that particular material. In addition, one of the benefits of saving this is that it allows you to pick and choose what you upgrade next. For instance, I really focused on modules this last time, and as you can see, I have 2 Red Star modules. It's probably my best equipment upgrades right now. I have all of my shooter modules to Red Star, and then chips. I finally got 1 chip up to 2 Red Star, and all the rest of my shooter modules are Red Star. Gear, I have only Red Star gear, and I really need to focus on that next. I've been pushing for cubes, but at any rate, now we're just kind of I'm digressing. The point is, saving all of those is important. And then cube random boxes. As you can see, I still have 42. The reason for that I'm saving these is because I do know that Break Loose often will have an event for getting cube material, and I really want to focus on Break Loose because I'm trying to get Lee to +5. So as you can see, I could have opened them today and I would have gotten points for acquiring enhance and promotion material for cubes, and then of course I would have been able to promote and enhance cubes and gotten points for that as well on this event. However, because I'm trying to do another event, I'm saving them for that event, and that's the whole point. So you want to save these. Now, layer boxes are another important thing that you need to save, especially for Global Ace Commander. It is a random drop of what you get, and you can hit this to see you'll get classified blueprints, a chance at a 5-star hero choice card or 4-star hero choice card, and then as well as gear enhanced material. So this is a great way to boost your enhanced material, your Nova points, your resources, food and wood, commander experience, and of course some speed ups. So these are random drops, and you'll get different stuff inside of them. So I will say that saving them isn't as critical as other things, but I can honestly tell you I save them between Global Ace Commanders, and just opening layer boxes themselves, usually over 100 of them, will give me enough points to complete day 5 of Global Ace Commander, all the events, and that's just opening layer boxes. So if you're struggling to get promote material boxes, cube boxes, if you're not headquarters level 25 yet, saving all your layer boxes is definitely going to help you. I do know that the higher the level of the box, the better the chance of like gear enhanced material and things like that, and lower level boxes might not drop that. If they don't, then obviously it's not something that you have to save, but it's still a good idea to get in the habit of saving these for day 5 of Global Ace Commander or other events that require gear enhancement material specifically. All right, so that's all of that. You got the cube random boxes, all the promotion boxes, and of course there are alliance coins, and this is something that I haven't done yet today. I was saving them for this. As you can see, I have 1.7 million coins. You can save your coins for Alliance Showdown. There's a quest in that. Or you can save it for this gear enhanced material. You can also use it for VIP points, whatever else you may need. But if you're looking specifically for gear upgrades or gear enhanced material for a specific event, Alliance Shop is a great place for that, because you're only going to get this 1-star gear, but it's only 1,000 coins. And if you are pretty good about saving and not spending your Alliance coins, then this is not going to be hard to get a lot of enhanced material. As you can see, outside of the fact that it's stocked only into 43, because most people have probably bought it, an R4 can restock it, you can buy as much as your Alliance has on hand. And of course, like I said, your R4 or R5 can restock the gear enhanced material, and then they can stock it up as much as they want, up to 9,999 apparently. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw in that much, and then you can go in and buy it. And as I said, you can buy as much as you have on hand that you have coins for. So this is a great, thing to save for. I always recommend saving your Alliance Shop coins, and that's what you're going to get for your daily donations. Save that for, something specific you need. If you're not VIP level 10, all of your Alliance coins should be going into VIP points. Just about all of them, if not all of them. VIP level 10 is going to be the biggest thing that you can do to help yourself in the long run. Definitely save your Alliance coins for VIP points. Once you're VIP level 10, you can definitely save them for your gear enhanced material. Then you have your Ruins medals, which will give you chip boosts and things like that, and I recommend saving these. There is a limit to how much some of these items you can buy, so if you're short on that item, it's not going to help you to save. Definitely buy it as you need it, but then save the max amount, what you can, for those events where getting chip material is going to boost you up. Then you have Rare Earth, which we already talked about, your Hero Survival Dual Glory, if I can even say it right. As you can see in your exchange shop, saving these will allow you to purchase the speed ups that you need, or of course the hero frags if you're working on your heroes. And you can get some 2-hour shields. I don't recommend buying those. And then your hero glory shop, this is where you're going to get those troop chips. I know a lot of people are struggling to get there, and I'll have a video on how to basically get into Hero Duel Glory later. But this is where your troop chips come from, and this is very important. You definitely want to work on these. I recommend spending all of it strictly on troop chip enhancement. Once your troop chips are pretty good, then obviously I would switch to Nova, Anti-Serum, or regular chip promoters, etc. And then your Commander Conquest shop, you can get some of those harder to get items like your 5-star hero choice cards, which I actually only need one more to get McCarty up, so I might buy that, but I'll wait until I absolutely have to have it, because if I end up getting it some other way, I don't want to waste the coins on something I don't need. I normally use Commander Conquest for resources, and these do go into your bag, but saving all of that until you need it is very, very important. And then, of course, tied in with events like Break Loose, where it was the it just ended. Break Loose, where it's spend the AP items, or Hunt Day. Saving your Blitz tokens is going to be a big deal too. If you're just in the middle of the week and you're in a hurry and you just need to kind of get your runs out of the way, obviously use your Blitz tokens when you need to. Outside of that, when you go into campaign, I highly recommend dropping down to a level that you know you can beat on autopilot. So let's say I came in here and challenged this, which I can't, and just hit the auto battle button. If I know I can beat it, then that's the better way to do it. It doesn't take too long once you're past chapter 18, and you can use the 3x speed up. Doing that is going to give you the ability to save your Blitz tokens for those days where you need to burn through a lot of AP all in one shot. All right, so that pretty much covers Global Ace Commander, because day 6 and 7 are the same as day 1 and day 4. So basically, it's build, research, training, and for day 6 and 7. So all of the things that you're going to save for those days are going to apply for day 6 and 7. Increasing your building might, increasing your research trees, increasing your research might, and building troops and speeding them up is what's going to give you points for day 6 and 7 of Global Ace Commander, like other events. So the day after Global Ace Commander is Hero Upgrade Day. Now, it's kind of a misnomer because it says Hero Upgrade, but what it really means is get hero frags. And that's different than upgrading your heroes. So you don't get points for, say, enhancing or promoting or evolving your heroes, but you will get points for getting their frags. So what you want to save for that, and there are other events like Break Loose where getting heroes counts for points and getting hero frags, but you can save like these Epic Hero Choice cards. That comes out of purchasing the silver card or the gold card, and then the 5-star Hero Choice cards, 4-star Hero Choice cards. Now, things that don't apply are your perfect frags. You can use these at any time. And these Epic Hero Choice cards that drop only specific types of Epic Heroes that you can't get any other way. It does say specifically no event points granted. What that means really is that you don't have to save these. I'm saving them for until I can do an upgrade. There's no reason to waste them because I could always change my mind later. So for instance, right now, I could technically upgrade Tomio, but I'm not working on Tomio right now, so I'm saving them. Now, if later on I decide, oh, well, you know what, I do need Tomio up, I still have the frags there, the choice cards, and I can use them to upgrade her instead of doing, say, Mantis, which is what I really want to work on, or Agent X. So until I have enough cards for the next upgrade, I save them. But they don't grant points for the event. Now, the 5-star Hero Choice cards, 4-star Hero Choice cards, and the Epic Hero cards do give points for those events where getting frags matters. In addition to that, I save all of my Noah Tavern coins. As you can see, I have 160 of the intermediate recruit coins, 43 of the advanced. You always want to use the 9 coins at a time to recruit times 10. It's basically a free coin if you're patient. And that's one of the biggest things you want to save for if you want the max rewards, is make sure that you have at least 9 of these before turning them in. Now, when you're early on, it can be hard to do that because you're not getting the rewards that you might want, and you might want to, say get a hero or boost a hero and you're struggling. Well, obviously do what you have to do at that point. But as you level up, you definitely want to start saving these as soon as you can to get that extra bonus. And I do believe, even though it's speculation, that doing recruit times 10 gives you a better chance of getting better rewards, such as if you were using the advanced recruit, the better chance of getting a 5-star hero times 10 frags, which will unlock a new hero if you don't have them, or will give you a lot of frags for 1 coin. And that, of course, also does give you points. Then once you do have heroes that are maxed out, you can recycle your frags. For instance, Zavis, I don't need his frags anymore. You can recycle these in your bag and then go into Nova's Tavern and exchange them for heroes that you do need. I will say, I do not believe these points for getting these in the exchange count towards the event. But I still save them for the event just in case maybe they change it, whatever the case may be. Or if I'm close to an upgrade and I know that I'm going to get there soon, then I'll go ahead and do that upgrade. Early on, I wouldn't worry about saving these so much. If you have, like, let's say all your 2-star heroes are 5 plus 5, then go ahead, turn them in, and use these to boost up your other heroes. I recommend starting at the bottom, as crazy as that sounds, but you're going to get more frags for your 3 and 4-star heroes than your 5-star. So if you max them out, then that's frags that you can then convert so that you can exchange for these 5-star heroes, mainly Ulrich, Fox, Requiem, and Ephraim. So you definitely want to do that. So that being said, that's hero upgrade. You want to save anything related to getting hero frags, except for the ones that specifically say no event points granted. So that being said, the only other main event I really want to talk about is Break Loose. It is similar to Global Ace Commander as far as what you need to do. There are a couple distinctions. For instance, nano weapons have just been released, and you can check them in your gear factory. As you can see, I am building a common thunder hammer, and you have the exclusive craft, which you get a exclusive craft box after you consecutively craft 50 times, which takes a while. But then you can build a exclusive nano weapon. Now, Break Loose, and there are other days specifically related to nano weapons that will give you points for acquiring nano weapon material. So you want to save. You'll get these boxes, and they actually look similar to this box up here, from doing certain events like Alliance Trials. So when you do those events, those items will come into your bag, and I don't think I have any more, but you'll be able to save them and use them to get nano weapon material. If you do that, then you're going to get points for those events. So I do recommend saving those boxes. Now, it might be newer to you, especially if you're a newer player. You do have to have headquarters level 20. So saving it might not be a problem if you're below headquarters level 20, because you're not going to have anywhere to spend it on anyways. So definitely save it until you have the event for it, and or think you're close enough that when you open all of them, you're going to complete the event. Of course, with Break Loose, and there's a couple other events where spending diamonds is going to give you points. This is probably the hardest thing to save because you need it almost on a daily basis. Use a couple diamonds here or there. Realistically, save your diamonds. Those quick little, I have a minute left and it's going to take 5 diamonds to speed up. Don't waste it. I know it definitely seems like a good idea to just go ahead and hurry up speed ups and things like that, but every time you do that, you're spending diamonds that can then be used and saved for other events. The Break Loose event takes like 112,000 diamonds to complete. I almost never do that event. It's a lot of diamonds, and it takes a long time to save up that amount, especially if you're not spending much money. So I don't necessarily recommend doing that, but if you're so inclined, then save up those diamonds. It's probably one of the hardest things to save up. One of the other things that is important to save are Nova points, previously called EVA. If we go into Nova, you have the skills for the economy and the military tree, as you can see here. These points, these gems that you get, whatever they're called, is what allows you to boost these levels. Now, acquiring these, oftentimes, if you're using the middle button, the praise button, it'll give you a drop of econ and military points, but they don't actually go into your resources. They go into your bag under these econ points and military points, these shards or whatever they're called. So when you get these, they go in your bag. As you can see, I have 460 500 Nova Econ points. So when an event comes up for these points, that's when I want to spend these. You'll also see the intelligence points or experience points. I will say these aren't necessary to save. You can spend these whenever you want. They don't actually count for points. It's just the econ and military points that count for points for these events. So you can save, or you can spend the intelligence points, the experience points, but save these. Then when you have a bunch built up and you think you're going to be able to complete an event, oftentimes Break Loose ties in with module material and econ and military points. So if you have a bunch of each saved, then you know you'll be able to complete the event. Go ahead and spend them all then to complete the event and get the max rewards. That's Nova and Econ. So almost every event, and this is going to kind of break down back into the summary, almost every event in puzzles and survival is based off of those types of events. The ones specifically for Global Ace Commander, some specifically for Break Loose. Let's see what the new one is, Consume Diamonds. And some are, you know, like the heroes, which are individuals. Now, you will see throughout the week, especially not during Global Ace Commander, you'll see throughout the week, each day has a different event, such as get chip material, get module material, you know, Nova points, econ and military points, get cube material, and then of course you have Break Loose, etc. All of them basically go off of the exact same materials that I've already explained here. So if you're saving all of those, saving your resources, saving your speed ups, your promote choice boxes, your Nova points, your diamonds, and all your material, your enhanced material, upgrading on day 5 of Global Ace Commander is great because you get points for actually improving your might in each area except for nano weapons. And then there's a special one for nano weapons in Break Loose and nano weapons specific. Save everything for those events. Know, you might have to do some math, but know when you can complete that event. And when you can complete that event, then spend everything that you've saved on that event. And in this way, you'll maximize your rewards. You'll be able to get some of those harder to get items like Leah frags. And if you do really well, then you'll rank and you'll get bonus rewards for doing well. It doesn't require a lot of spending, although of course spending helps. And yes, you know, I've spent money to complete events. I'm not going to say I haven't. That would obviously be a lie. But if you save, now you might not be able to do it every week. You might not be able to do it every time Global Ace Commander comes around. You might require a longer period of time to save that material, and that can be frustrating, I know. But the benefit is, if you do save those items for the event when you know you can complete it, you're going to do better and get better rewards in the long run. And then when you do make those upgrades, especially on Supreme Power Day or days like it, you're going to see a really big return on your investment of saving. This game is designed to force you to have patience or spend money. One of the two. You have two options. Be patient or spend money. I recommend being patient as much as possible so that you can get the most out of the game with spending the least amount of money. So only spend money when you need to or want to, only when you want to and need to. So that's everything, guys. I really hope it helps. I know it's a big topic and each one of these events requires its own video, and I have videos on most of them already, so check those out. Definitely give this video a like if it helps you out. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.